Today's adventure. What is it? What is it? What it is, man? Well, it's a Savannah guitar. Let's have a look inside. Savannah, model number SGD-12-NA. I don't know if the camera's getting that or not, but that's what it is. A brand new guitar. It's got store dust on it. Dust on it from the store. I don't think the camera's getting that either, but and it looks like someone shaved a little on that brace right there. See what I mean? Maybe that's just dust, but it's weird. It's on the bottom side of the brace. I don't know. Hold on, we'll check it all out. It needs a whole bunch of stuff done to it. And look who came to the rescue. So hold on. So I've got several problems. The complaint is the action too high on this guitar. I'm just checking the neck relief. I've got a 12 thousandths here. I don't like to see any more than 12 thousandths neck relief, and this is more than 12 thousandths. Also, I already checked the nut action, and it's about 20 thousandths, and I don't like to see more than 18, maximum 18. So I'm going to have to take some nut material away. First thing I want to do is get the strings off of it or loosened up and see if the truss rod works. So let's do that first, and I'll bring you back after I see if the truss rod even works or not. So yes, the truss rod does work. I've already set the relief. I've got it to 10 thousandths of an inch. This just perfectly goes under there. It's exactly a 10 thousandths of an inch neck relief. We got to get that nut action down a little bit. It's a little greater than 18 thousandths, and I don't like that. I like to see 18 or less. And we got to get the action down too. I checked the action a little bit ago, and it was like 8/64ths. 7/64ths now. It's still a little bit high. And 6/64ths on the high side. 7/64ths on the bass side, 6/64ths on the high E. That's a little bit steep, but we got all kind of saddle back here. So I'm going to loosen the strings all up again, and well, I'm going to get some measurements here first. See how much I want to go off this. If you want to, just an example, if you want to lower this action at the 12th fret, say 20 thousandths, if you want to drop the action 20 thousandths, you got to take about twice that amount off the saddle. So I would need to take 40 thousandths off the saddle here to do that. That's just an estimate. I'm just saying roughly, whatever you need to drop down here at the 12th fret, you take double that amount from the saddle to achieve that. So I'm going to get those measurements right now, and I'll bring you back, and then we'll talk about the nut action. So let me go in depth on this a little bit more. I've been asked this a lot on Facebook. I'm reading very close here to 110 thousandths. That's the action on the bass string at the 12th fret. 110 thousandths. We'd like to see that down to about 80. That's a difference of 30 thousandths. Okay? So I'm going to take this saddle out, measure it, and mark it at 60 thousandths, and that's how much I'm going to remove from the saddle. I've got to find my micrometer, but that's the way you do that, and that should get us very close, within 5/64ths or 6/64ths on this bass side. You know, close to that range. So I'll bring you back when I've got all that done, maybe before then. Who knows? Brand spanking new guitar right out of the store. Check this out. 1 key tight, 2 keys tight, 4 loose, right out of the box. Not really too much rocket science involved in this. I measured it off at 60 thousandths. That's how much we want to remove. So I put the saddle in this vise and I left that 60 thousandths sticking out. I'll sand down until the sander hits the vise, until it's flat with it, and I'll know that I have the correct height then. Headphone lovers, you're going to love this. And there we go. It's as simple as that, folks. Yeah, I gotta figure out how to get it out of there now. Trim that up a little bit. Trim it up a little around the bottom. It'll be perfect. That should get our action down to around 5 or 6 64s. At least that's the goal. So we got kind of lucky in several ways here by lowering the action that much. I've already checked the nut action and it's dead on the money. 10 and an 8, 18 thousandths. Like I say, I used to note the 3rd fret, and I don't even remember what I measured it at, but now I just, once I get the action set, just measure the nut action, and it's right on 18 thousandths. It's perfect. That problem fixed itself. It's perfect, man. 18 thousandths nut action. I got all my nut files out. Well, not all of them, the ones I needed to do this. I got these from Stuart McDonald a long time ago. I can't remember what I paid for them, but it was a lot. It was way too much, like all their shit is. If you ever decide to invest in nut files, go with Crimson Guitars nut filing kit. They make a kit. It's all these gauges, and it's kind of like a feeler's gauge. It's got all these little saws and files built into it, and you just pull out, you know, whichever gauge, like a feeler's gauge, you just pull out whichever gauge file that you need. I'm not sure what they cost, but you could probably get it for the price of one of these from StewMac. StewMac's way high on everything, man. They got some really good tools, and they're well thought out, but they're way too freaking high. Alright, nut action's good. You check the neck relief and check it many times. Many times. Because it can change. Now, it was 10 thousandths a little bit ago. That shouldn't have changed. No, it didn't. It's still 10. Yes, sir. So that's what we like to see. 10 thousandths to 12 thousandths, and that's right on the money. So let's look at the action now. In playing position. Right. Hold it where the strap normally would connect. And measure your action. Should be around 5 or 6 64ths. On this bass side, it's 5 64ths. We hit that right on the money as well. High side is 4 64ths. So that's perfect. We landed I was hoping we'd land on 5/64, and that's exactly what we got. So just remember, whatever you want to take off at the 12th fret, double that amount and take off of your saddle back here, and you'll get the proper height right there every time if you don't screw up and sand too much. When you're dealing with thousandths, you know, you got to be careful because that's not very much. So I guess we'll see what this thing sounds like here. This is a student guitar, by the way. A kid brought it to me. I think he's taking lessons in high school or something. And the action was really high on it, especially for a beginner. But a brand new guitar you would think would be set closer than that. Anyways, it's set up pretty nice right there the way it is now. So I guess all we need to do is check the tuning and see what it sounds like. One thing I wanted to do, and I almost forgot about it, is I want to check the gauge of these strings, just so the kid can keep the same gauge on it. So it's a 12 to 46, 12 to 46. Just so he can always stick with that gauge. 0.012 to 0.046. And you know, if he changes the gauge of the strings, then it's going to change the entire setup. The guitar was built around a lighter string, I think. Well, about the gauge that's on there. So I wanted to check that for him. And you know, how many of you guys and gals can remember when you were young and say you played an instrument and it needed work done to it, and your daddy had to drive you 200 miles to the nearest guitar tech or luthier or someone with the capabilities of fixing your instrument? Do you remember those days? I mean, you know, you would drive, even not your daddy take you, but you'd say you drive yourself when you were young, old enough to drive. And your instrument needed repair, so you'd drive 100 miles, 200 miles to get this guy to fix whatever your instrument needed. And then you pay him, and then you've got, you know, that much in gas and whatever it costs to pay him. Do you remember those days? And you were just starting out, you know, and it was tough, man. It was hard just to find somebody to work on your instrument. So this kid, like I say, I think he's taking guitar lessons in high school, I think. You know, it's probably, I don't think he's employed. He probably doesn't have a lot of money, and you know, he needs his guitar fixed so he can learn how to play guitar. I think he's going to be pretty happy tomorrow when he comes and picks this up and finds that I'm not going to charge him for this. I mean, you know, if someone would have helped me out like that back in those days, it would have meant a great deal to me. I always had to pay a lot of money, you know, for whatever work I had done, even as I got older, before I learned how to work on instruments. So I started working on my own instruments many years ago, and then quit that for several years. I've been back into it for a few years again now, I started working on my own instruments again, and then I guess word got out. People wanted me to work on their instruments, and that grew, and they started coming from different states, and now different countries. I get instruments from different countries. Now I got it all out of tune. I buffed this thing too. I'll have fingerprints all over it before I am finished. But anyway, I'm not going to charge this kid for that. You know, he's trying to learn to play guitar, and that alone is a task. So maybe I didn't do all that much to it. I didn't have to do anything to the frets. I just tightened everything up, all the keys, and set the action, took some material off the bridge, set the neck relief. I thought I was going to have to set the nut action, but the action was really high down here at the 12th fret. When I got that down and got the proper neck relief set, the nut action was actually okay then. It was just a little above 18 thousandths, but you know, I don't like to see anything over 18 thousandths. I mean, it was right on the verge of going over. So anyway, that problem fixed itself. It really didn't do that much. I probably worked, I don't know, an hour and a half total, maybe 2 hours most. So anyways, let me check the tuning and everything again. I got to write a few more notes to give him about this thing, what all I did to it, and then we'll see what it sounds like. Hold on. This thing really sounds good. I mean, considering, you know, it's not a really expensive guitar at all, but the thing sounds pretty dang good. There's 1,352 guitar pickers in Nashville, and they'll pick more notes than the number of ants on the Tennessee anthill. Yeah, there's 1,352 guitar cases in Nashville, and anyone who unpacks a guitar plays twice as better than I will. Well, I was just 13, you might say I was a musical proverbial knee-high. But when I heard a couple new sounding tunes on the tube, they blasted me sky high. And then the record man said a couple of new sounding records from Nashville, and they say nobody up north will buy them, and I said I will, 'cause they were Nashville cats, play clean as country waters. Nashville cats, play wild as mountain dew. Nashville cats have been playing since they's babies. Nashville cats, they've been playing since they's two. Coming back a little bit, but boy, I still have a hell of a time with it. It's better than it was, and like I say, it's getting a little better each day. Just what I played right there now, you know, it's already hurting really bad, and I can rest a few minutes and then go at it again for another 5 minutes or so. That's how I've been getting my practices in, 5 minutes at a whack. It's getting that little pinky bastard to work right there is where the pain is. You know, I didn't realize I used my pinky that much, but I guess I used it more than I thought I did. I bucked this thing all out. If I can get the light. Where's the light? There it is. Probably got fingerprints all over it now, but buffed it all out real nice. There you go. I mean, it really buffed up, man. I I'm really impressed with the sound of this thing. I don't know how I got into that. There you can hear that pinky pulling the strings off of the fretboard. Not ready for that stuff either. I've been trying to keep my right hand in shape. But it's hard to do when the left hand won't cooperate. Ways to go, but anyways, I'm almost to the point that maybe I can start the quick clip series for you real soon. I was going to start it tonight, but got company and it messed around. It's got late now, and I need to get this guitar done because it's going home tomorrow. So yeah, there you go. Savannah. There, I think you can see it. Savannah guitar. Not a bad instrument for the money. Really, it's not. You know, like I say, a student guitar, man, it's more than enough, especially when it's set up right. The action on this thing was so high, I don't know how the guy played it at all. I didn't hear him play, I don't know how good he is. But anyways, yeah, quick clips are coming up soon. I guarantee you. I appreciate all you guys and gals hanging around for this, waiting for it. Had a lot of requests for it, a lot of people interested in it. When I did that first series, I didn't know if it would go over or blow up in my face or, you know, what would happen. But everyone seems to like the quick clips, so I promise you they are coming back. I'd like to do a few of them with this guitar, kind of getting used to the feel of it. But you can hear it does have a really good sound if someone, in the hands of somebody that could play the damn thing. Don't have no cue ball fix for you, but that part 2 of the shout out video may be a big enough fix to hold you for a while. It's coming, you'll see what I mean. Thanks everyone again for your support. Man, you guys rock and roll. I appreciate every single subscriber to this channel. Again, I am blown away by how many different countries people are viewing this channel in. Man, that just rocks my boat. Every country on the planet, you know, that I can find someone. You know, there was one country, I forget which one it was. It only had like 2 viewers from that country, but hey, they count. I wish I could remember what country it was. Anyways, thanks guys and gals for your support, for your comments and everything. All the best wishes for my badly smashed hand. You know, I think if I had have broken it, I don't think it would have hurt nearly as bad. Probably would have mended faster. You know, I don't know, but I can't imagine a break hurting any worse than this has been hurting. Can't imagine. I just cannot imagine it being any worse. But like I say, it is getting better. It's just slow, really slow. Today, I think makes 3 weeks ago since I injured this. 3 weeks, man. You would think it would be, you know, a little bit more on the mend than that by now, but I guess when you get my age, you're lucky if you heal and mend at all. You know. Anyways, thanks every one of you all. Quick lip licks. Say it quick. Do it. The quick clip licks may be the very next thing you see. I don't know for sure. I'm going to post that video that I rendered of the 2 computers racing. It was a video where me and a banjo player filled in with a band at Jerry Run Theater. That's what the clip is. I might post that while I'm getting these quick clips together. But anyway, stay tuned. Watch for the quick clips. I swear to you, you can crucify me if I don't do it. Well, I don't know. Something could happen and I couldn't do it, I guess. But don't do that. Don't crucify me. I'll do it. I promise I'll get them up as soon as I possibly can. Thanks again for all your support, guys and gals. I appreciate it. Hope the kid likes his guitar, and I really think he will, because it's like an electric guitar compared to how it was when it came in here. Anyways, I'll see you soon. Cheers. Thanks for watching. Literally. Cheers. Woo! Woo!